Yes.
No, it's the first step in a long process. The thing about our government is the wheels are creaky.
And pardon me if I don't take your word. U.S. policy against undocumented aliens is nothing to be fooled with.
Well, file an opposition.
Based on what? My lovely red hair?
Whatever works.
Face it, Lucky, we've run out of options. I'm going back to Ireland. Most likely never coming back.
I just left messages for Alexis and Agent Bates.
Agent Bates? Why bother?
He's a connection.
Well, whose regard for me is less than zero.
Well, he doesn't have to like you to help you.
Everyone's not like you, Lucky. Some people hold their grudges dear.
No, I put my ass on the line for Interpol. I was undercover as Ronan O'Reilly with no prep and no lead time, so he owes me.
Okay, well, what can you do?
Call somebody? I don't know, arrange for some kind of protected status. I mean, it's on record that you've been targeted by a known criminal. We could make the case that your life would be at risk outside Port Charles jurisdiction.
I see a flaw in your argument.
Why am I not surprised?
The last known location of the criminal in question is right here in Port Charles.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Being a realist?
No, being a coward.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
It's just like a pattern with you or something.
Are you calling me predictable?
Yeah, in certain infuriating ways, yes. It's like you turn tail and run when you should stand firm.
The United States government has ordered me to pack up and leave. I'd hardly call that running.
You're just giving up that fight.
Well, that's you assuming. I'll fight. You think it's worth it?
Don't you?
Okay. We're going to take on the United States government in all its might and glory. Where do we start?
Well, I have some thoughts, but, there's something I need to take care of something first.
Good, the night is finally getting better.
How's it going?
It's going all right. How are you doing?
Listen, I came by just to let you know or make you aware of something that might happen soon.
Okay.
Siobhan is staying in the States on a travel visa, and it's about to expire. And unless her appeal is granted, she'll have to leave the country by the end of the month.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I'm sure you'll be sorry to see her go.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Ireland's not real safe for her right now. So we're trying to figure out a way that she can stay in the country.
Well, what can you do about it if the government doesn't want her to be here?
I can marry her.
Lucky, you've made it very clear I get no say in your life, but it's really hard for me to keep quiet when I see you rushing headlong into the same old traps.
What are you talking about?
There's a very sweet side of you that can't resist riding to the rescue of a damsel in distress. And if you need proof, just look at us.
I don't see the comparison there.
And the fact that you can't see it tracks as well. Lucky, think of this logically. I mean, if you're marrying Siobhan to keep her in the country, that's committing fraud. The government doesn't like that. You could get in a lot of trouble. You could even lose your badge. And over what? Some girl you barely know?
Is that what you're really worried about?
You've been protecting her against some dangerous criminal. I mean, that's all heightened reality. I know, I've been a part of it. But sharing an adrenaline experience, that doesn't mean you know somebody. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Boring, everyday, ordinary time.
I can't win. You know, I mean, we had tons of time together. You know, through formative years. And then at some point in our relationship, you couldn't trust me anymore. And then there was a time where I couldn't trust you. I mean, we've known each other for years. Elizabeth, where did it get us?
Okay, well, what about the boys?
What about them?
Well, if you're gonna marry Siobhan, are you expecting her to hang out and be with Jake and Cameron? Because I'm not comfortable with that.
Look, hopefully her appeal will be granted and we won't even have to go there. I just want to let you know that if the only way for her to stay in the country is for me to marry her, then I'm gonna do it. And I wanted to be the one to tell you as opposed to someone else, you know?
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey. Well, this is nice.
I had a feeling that you'd approve.
Cooked for me?
Well, I thought it was the least I could do before I have to head back to Ireland.
You're not going back to Ireland. It's not safe, and besides, I don't want you to.
We don't always get what we want. I mean, my appeal is denied. There's nothing more that we can do.
It's not true. There's another option. We've talked about it.
Well, it's one thing to talk about something in the abstract, but... like when you're bragging about jumping over the Skilligs Ravine over a pint. I mean, it sounds like a grand idea when you're in the pub, but when you're standing over the edge of that precipice looking down at 500 feet of rocky death.
Unfortunately, what we're considering isn't nearly so life-threatening. I think it's time we stop dancing around this, okay? If your appeal is denied, I want you to marry me.
Are you sure?
It's a green card marriage. How much trouble can it cause?